Hey guys, welcome back to my book blog channel, Book Bites. It's me, Jayse, and it's been 2 years since my last video. Sorry about it. A whole lot of good things has happened in the last 2 years. I have a new baby, which makes number 2. We've got Macy and Emmy. And I've also gone through a restructure at work and was fortunate enough to be promoted into a new position, which I'm absolutely loving. So, let's talk about books. What have you guys been reading? Leave your comments in the section below and I'll be able to have a look and see what you've been reading. Or you can follow me at It's Me Jayse on Instagram. So the books we'll be talking about today are 3 of my favourites at the moment. So we've got Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor, who's also the author of the Daughter of Smoke and Bone series, which I've spoken about before because it absolutely blew my mind. There's also Red Queen, the series by Victoria Aveyard. So there's now 4 books in that series. Absolutely love them, and I'm actually going to be able to meet Victoria in April at Supernova in Melbourne. So excited. The final book we'll be discussing is All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. So I was lucky enough to meet Jennifer last year at a library event, and she just blew me away. She was the nicest person. So heartfelt, so touching. The story touches on youth suicide, so it's a topic that's really hard to talk about, but she was so open. The book's actually based on events that happened in her life, so when she was talking about it and discussing it, you could actually see and feel the emotions that she was feeling, which made reading the book after talking to her even that much more like in depth, like you knew where Jennifer was coming and could hear her voice coming through. So that book is absolutely phenomenal and we'll talk about it more soon. Alright, let's talk Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. I have the book here, so I'd like to read the blurb for you. The dream chooses the dreamer, not the other way around, and Laszlo Strange, war orphan and junior librarian, has always feared that his dream chose poorly. Since he was 5 years old, he's been obsessed with the mythic lost city of Weep, but it would take someone bolder than he to cross half the world in search of it. Then a stunning opportunity presents itself, in the person of a hero called Godslayer and a band of legendary warriors. He has to seize his last chance or lose his dream forever. What happened in Weep 200 years ago to cut it off from the rest of the world? What exactly did the Godslayer slay that went by the name of God? And what is the mysterious problem he now seeks help in solving? The answers await in Weep, but so do more mysteries, including the blue-skinned goddess who appears in Laszlo's dreams. How did he dream her before he knew she existed? And if all the gods are dead, why does she still seem so real? In this sweeping and extraordinary new novel by the Sunday Times bestselling author Laini Taylor, the shadow of the past is as real as the ghosts who haunt the citadel of the murdered gods. Fall into the mythical world of dread and wonder, moths and nightmares, love and carnage. I've literally got goosebumps thinking about the book. It's just so packed full of adventure, and Laszlo's so self-endearing and he doesn't think he's good enough, and all of a sudden he's swept into this massive journey and he doesn't think he has any part of it. He's just coming along to be a secretary, but all along he actually holds the key to the mystery. But I won't let you know all of it because I want you to read the book, of course. So yeah, that's Strange the Dreamer by Laini Taylor. Red Queen. My gosh. Victoria Aveyard has created a fantasy world in which red bloods and silver bloods exist. So the red bloods have nothing. They're treated as slaves to the upper class silver bloods who have powers of some sort. This series is absolutely amazing. The first book starts off with Mare Barrow, who is a red who is treated as a slave. She becomes employed in a silver household, and during her time there she finds out that she actually has silver powers, a red blood with silver powers. That's not going to go down well. So the Silvers actually decide to disguise her as a Silver and make her live life as a Silver until she is discovered, and then all hell breaks loose. Just craziness. No one has ever heard of a red blood who has silver powers before. They call her Lightning Girl because her power is to call the lightning, which is absolutely shocking. Ha! Get it? Shocking? Lightning? Yeah. So the final book in the Red Queen series, called Warstorm, is released in May, 15th of May. Holy Jesus, what's going to happen next? So they've had conflict, they've had resolution, they've had betrayal, they've had backstabbings, they've had Reds crossing over to the Silvers and Silvers crossing over to the Reds and Reds doing this and Silvers doing that, and it's just like, oh my god, I can't do this anymore. No, keep doing it. It's amazing. I just stop and think what Victoria Aveyard's brain must be like. I was watching one of her Instagram videos the other day where she was doing maps for a new story that she's creating, and the amount of time, effort, thought and preciseness that has gone into these maps that she's creating just makes me stop and go, wow, she is the queen. The last book I want to talk to you about today is called All the Bright Places, and it's by the wonderful Jennifer Niven. This book is heart-crushing, so if you're ready for an emotional ride, strap yourself in. I just got goosebumps reading it again. Right, so this is a book here, All the Bright Places, and it's currently being made into a film in America. I'd like to read you the back of the book. Theodore Finch wants to take his own life. Violet Markley is devastated by her sister's death. They meet on the ledge of a school bell tower, and so their story begins. It's only together that they can be themselves, but as Violet's world grows, Finch's begins to shrink. How far will Violet go to save the boy she's come to love? This story deals with youth suicide. It's very emotional. It's one of the only books that has made me cry and has given me goosebumps. I'd like to take a moment to read a passage from the book for you. It's one of the most powerful ones. It's the one that made me cry. It's the one that gave me goosebumps. It's the one that just tore the world apart. So let's have a look. I call the line his family never uses. His mother answers on the first ring, as if she's been sitting right there waiting. For some reason, this makes me mad and I want to slam the phone off and throw it into the water. Hello, she says. Hello? There's something shrill and hopeful in her terrified voice. Oh God, hello? Mrs. Finch, it's Violet. I found him. He's where I thought he would be. I'm so sorry. My voice sounds as if it's underwater or coming from the next county. I'm pinching the inside of my arm, making little red marks because I suddenly can't feel anything. His mother lets out a sound I've never heard before, low, guttural and terrible. Once again I want to throw the phone into the water so it will stop, but instead I keep saying I'm sorry, over and over and over like a recording, until the sheriff pries the phone from my hand. As he talks, I lay back against the ground, the blanket wrapped around me, and I say to the sky, may your eye go to the sun, to the wind, your soul. You are all the colours in one, at full brightness. Every time I read that passage, I get goosebumps. It's terrible. Jennifer, you've done things to me. So, I just want to say to Jennifer, thank you for writing such an honest book. Thank you for writing a book about a topic that's not covered in YA fiction. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for giving us Finch's story. And thank you for being brave and going around and telling us all about it. Last year when I met you, it was phenomenal to pull you aside to have that conversation with you about the writing process and how you went through it. And saying that you wanted to read my writing, that just blew me away. So thank you for being so open, honest and caring with your fans. We really love you. Well, guess what? We've come to the end of our first revamped episode. Thank you so much for joining me and coming back after 2 years of me being away. I understand it's a long time between videos and I promise I won't leave it that long until the next one. Now, if you want to join me on Instagram, please follow me at It's Me Jayse. I'm more than happy to have new followers. Always happy to connect with you guys on there. It makes my heart sing. Don't forget, if you like this video, please subscribe or give it a thumbs up. Would really appreciate it. Okay, see ya!